Well, when you thought it couldn't get any worse, of course it does! The Way of Kuzunoha. The capital's luck has gone bad like day-old milk, thanks to all the luck locusts. With things going wrong left and right, the people of the capital are starting to despair. They're losing faith in the gods and the world they made. I don't even know what to think about there being a whole separate world from ours. One filled with negative energy, a place where only despair can thrive. The Abysmal Realm. It's hard to believe, but the gate to the Abysmal Realm has opened up there in the sky. A whole swarm of Apollons flew down through it too. What can the people of the capital do about something like that? Nothing. We're powerless. Whether we like it or not, that gate is like a big red eye staring us right in the face. And this whole hopeless mess all happened because Don was trying to give his village some hope. When his luck locusts get full from eating the capital's luck, they go back to the Tent of Sanctuary. They dump it off in that nest they built down there. The Positron, it was called. Yeah. When the Positron gets nice and big, that's the cue for the destroyer insects to come. And sure enough, those Apollons came down from the sky. That was Don's plan from the start. To use his Fukoshi powers to control the Apollon insects. He'd make himself a king over the Apollons. King Abaddon, to be precise. Now, those Apollons are supposed to be servants of this great Ma they tend to think so highly of. If Don became King Abaddon and controlled the Apollons, he'd be on Ma's level. And he thought by doing that, he'd break the Tento clan's strong stranglehold over Tsukigata village. They have ruled over the village as its god, so if he could become a god himself, he would take the village back. He hoped to save his sister Akane, who was about to be wed, sacrificed really, to the Tento. But were Don so hope for himself, his village, and his sister? His actions ended up bringing despair on the capital. He's feeling responsible now for the people's despair. So he's despairing a bit himself. Understandable. King Abaddon is nothing but that big red hole. They came from the gate to the Abysmal Realm, a spark for despair all over the world. That ain't what I thought King Abaddon was gonna be at all. Then I did this? I brought something that horrible to the capital? Those Apollons I called. They're wrecking the capital. And I got nothing out of the deal. I can't save my dad. The villagers. How can I? I tried my damnedest. I broke the village code and brought out the luck locusts. But all of that, was I just running in circles? Hell's bells. Dawn. Huh. I can't even show my face anymore. I wish I could just disappear. That smile. Raidou? Damn it, Raidou, stop having naps when people are talking to you. Raidou! I like his shoes. I want those shoes. Alright, here we go again. Jean Bowery. Don't be so hard on yourself, Dawn. Sure, you summoned the gate to the Abysmal Realm. But if that's the action you took to take hold of your future, then it can't be called wrong. Okay, that's creepy. A face filled with anger. If I keep beating around the bush, you'll never get it, Dawn. So I'm gonna be frank. What were you thinking? Opening the gate to the Abysmal Realm. It's all because of the actions you took. If you hadn't tried taking hold of your future. Hey, take a look. See what a mess the capital is in. How are you going to make up for that? Huh? Tell me, King Abaddon. Hey, Dawn. Or should I call you King Abaddon? You opened the gate to the Abysmal Realm for Akane's sake, and for the future of Tsukigata Village. And now you're lost in despair as a result of your own actions. What a joke. Yeah, I can't say otherwise. You're right. Maybe instead of taking action and ending up like this, I should have just done nothing. Akane, your bro is tired. I'm going on ahead. I'll see you in the afterlife. I'm a little disturbed by the fact that this is the first time that people are actually referring to someone with the mask for real, like saying their real names. You have been playing the role of Raidou and witnessed this spectacle. This is it. The words I am about to impart to you the words of this sorrow-filled face. My final words. So the masks turn from sorrow to anger. The gate to the Abaddon realm has opened. Man has fallen into despair. Despair, in other words, that is man's despair over the world God created. Man can no longer see a future in this world God made. The fate of man once he has lost hope for the future. I'm sorry. It seems it is time. Soon. Soon, the aspect of my anger will show his face. The aspect of my anger over the despair that the people have fallen into. I hope Raidou Kuzunoha, who has assumed the role of Raidou, you can be their hope. Become man's hope. It's you, isn't it? You're the so-called hope my aspect of sorrow found. You who have been playing the role of Raidou and witnessed this spectacle. Unfortunate one, the spark of your misfortune. It is the fact that you have assumed the role of Raidou. Raidou Kuzunoha. You have been blind to the truth. All actions in this world are meaningless. It is because people cling so tightly to hope that they despair. You will learn that all hope in this world is simply a spark to ignite the flame of despair. The pathetic sight of the creature beneath my heel should tell you that much. But you needn't worry, Raidou Kuzunoha. The aspect of anger has arrived in order to become your salvation. Listen now to my messages of salvation. Cease your assumption of the role of Raidou and witness this spectacle no more. Do you understand? Go home. Further witness of this spectacle. It will lead only to despair. There is no reason to willingly take despair upon yourself, yes? Abandon the role of Raidou. Turn away from this spectacle. That will be your salvation. Do you understand? You must abandon Raidou, Raidou Kuzunoha. Raidou? Raidou! So you're trying to tell me to give up? I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Oh, you're awake! Tay, your face is too close. Thank goodness. No matter how many times I called you, you wouldn't seem to come too. Narumi filled me in. You passed out at the Sakurada-yama radio tower? Raido's awake. Good timing. You thirsty? We're finally back in coffee. I picked up a fresh bag of beans at Konoya. I went the extra mile making this pot, since we got a guest who's never had the Narumi's special blend. Right, Don? That face! This Joker's been a wet blanket ever since we hauled him in. He's got all sore when he wasn't able to become King Abaddon. We can't just leave him to his own devices, so here he is. This guy. Here's yours, Tay. Drink up. It'll soothe your nerves. The trip over here must have been pretty hair-raising, having to go through a swarm of monsters. Thanks, Narumi, but I don't let stuff like that rattle me. However, I heard something on the radio about those locust monsters. They're wreaking havoc all over the capital. There's been a lot of injuries, even some deaths. Seems they've flown off somewhere for now, so all's quiet in our fair capital, but that red hole in the sky, where the monsters came from, it's still there. It's like a big eye that never stops watching us, though nothing's happened with it so far. But in a way, that creeps me out even more. It's like we're stuck in limbo. Not the best feeling. You can say that again. I noticed when I was out getting beans that the people outside seemed strange. They were looking up at the sky, grumbling. That red hole's causing trouble just by being there. If we ignore it, the people of the capital are in for a one-way trip to Crazy Town! But what can we do? We're talking about a hole in the sky here, not a stray cat in the alley. There is something. It might be a long shot, but it's better than nothing. What, do you mean that stuff you were talking about while Raidou was conked out? The children's song from Tsukigata Village? That's the one. That's what I came all the way here through that swarm of locust monsters for. Just to tell you that when we went to Tsukigata Village, I heard the children's song. And I realized the ruckus over the locust monsters, everything that's happened up to now. All of it. It's all there in the words to the song. I'm afraid you've lost me. What do you mean? Look, I can explain it pretty easy, though there are some parts I'm not too sure of. What did you two call that thing? An investigational meeting? Let's have one of those, and I'll explain how the children's song is connected to those monsters. Raidou, you know the song, right? Of course you do. I was watching when the girls in Tsukigata taught it to you. Help me out, okay? I'm ready for the investigational meeting when you are. Do you want to start now, Raidou? Why the hell not? The capital's daily ace reporter and our own Raidou Kuzunoha matching wits at last. A meeting's not a meeting without a fresh cup of mud, I say. I'll go pour us some. No, that's the Room Detective Agency chief I know. Yeah, being useless and making coffee. Okie dokie, it's time to take a look at the children's song of Tsukigata Village.